What is up, guys? It's Jimbo here, and welcome back to another Cyberpunk video. Today, I'm going to talk about cyberware and also crafting in the game, how to get crafted components, how to upgrade your cyberware as well, because this is one of the main topics that I've seen some people on my previous videos talk about. So let's talk about it here. So here is the new cyberware system. Let's go through and talk about how it actually works, all the different parts of it and how it affects gameplay, what these two bars are, and all of that good stuff. So first of all, on this left hand side, we have the cyberware capacity. This is the amount of cyberware that your body or at your current level can get. You also need to have cyberware capacity shards that you can find out in the world on enemies that you kill, or you can loot them at the same time. And in this red bar here, you can exceed this capacity if you have the Edge Runner perk, which is in the technical tree. If you go on the character, we go into the technical tree, and this basically allows you to exceed your maximum capacity when it comes to cyberware, but that's only going to be if you put a bunch of points into it. So this is just literally your capacity. On this right hand side though, we have armor, and this is your damage resistance as well when it comes to the different effects that you have. Things that will give you armor in the game are going to be your legs, which will give you a certain amount, which I'm using right here. We also have your, I don't know what this would be classed as. It's basically your subdermal armor or your intergeometry system. I've butchered that, but still. And this is going to be within the system, like within you as well. And then also your skeleton will also give you the armor value that you need. So those are going to be the important ones there. The frontal cortex is to do with quick hats and decreasing cooldowns of it. Your arms gives you things such as your mantis blades, thermal or gorilla arms, mono wire and projectile launch systems, which is very good there. And then we also have the nervous system, which affects the time slowing effects that you have and detection by enemies. So if you're going down the stealth route, then this is going to be something that you want, which is where I'm going to be going with my cyberware in a future video. We also have the face, which is to do with the optics, so how far you can see, what you can see, and what's detected. Hands is to do with how your body does things such as like dealing damage and like how you would deal damage to certain things within the game. So you can see there, hands improve range combat skills. So this, if you're going a range build, you're going to want to make sure you have hand stuff there. Circulatory system is to do with health. And then legs is to do with things such as, I have crouch on at the moment, but you can also get things such as reinforced tendons, which allows you to double jump. You have fortified ankles, which allows you to charge a jump. There's also Link's paws, which is quieter movement and movement speed, and then sprint speed with Jenkins tendons. So that's an overall look at the system, but we also left one thing out specifically, which is the operating system. The operating system determines how you will be playing and what you would want to do with your playstyle. So I have a Sandevistan in this right now, which allows me to slow down time, which is very, very good. And basically, it means I can go around and slice everything up. You move at normal speed, but everybody else moves in slow motion. Then there's also the cyber decks that you can get. This is going to be if you're doing a bunch of quick hacking and using intelligence to do stealth stuff and blow things up, or do specific cyber attacks on people. You get specific slots as well. I'm not too sure what the green number is, because I've not really dived too much into the cyber decks at the moment. And then there's also the Berserk, which is your like a tank based one. So this is more like being a tank. And then the Sandevistan is in slow motion. So that's the basic thing with the cyberware system. Now, you may be thinking, how do I upgrade this? Well, on the top of your screen, you will see how many crafting components you have. I have a lot of tier 1 crafting components. You can actually craft tier 3, tier 2, tier 3, and tier 4 components with the respective ones. Let's show you how to do that. So if we come out of this menu right here, and I turn around, leave this area, we can open up our main menu and go to the character screen, go into our inventory, or just go to your inventory straight away. I'm just like going around the Rekin, and go to your crafting. This will bring up blueprints for all the stuff that you have within the game. Now, it's important to note that regular weapons, such as this, you can craft at any given time and upgrade them how you see fit. So I've got a G58 Diane, which I can craft, but that's when I have the blueprints of other weapons in the game. I do not believe you can get legendary or iconic blueprints anymore, because I'll explain that in just a moment, how you upgrade things. But to do with crafting components, you can see here, or we'll go down to this. I have a tier 2 upgrade components for this, and I can craft more of them by going and crafting here. I'm going to craft maybe 50 of them, and as you can see, I've gone down to 293, but I've crafted a whole bunch of them of my tier 2s, and you can see I've got 118 now. And then I can craft tier 3s. There's also tier 4s, and then you can go into tier 5 as well, which is the highest tier, which you're probably going to need to hit the max rank of most of the stuff within the game. If we move over to upgrades, though, upgrades in this game work for a couple of different reasons. So, for example, here, I have a tier 2 iconic weapon, which is the Nihan. The Nihan can be increased when I upgrade it to a tier 2 plus, and then into a tier 3. So I'll do that just now. It's going to cost me 118 to change it into a tier 2, change it up and give it an upgrade. So we upgrade that right here, which means that now it's a tier 2 plus, and then we can go into tier 3, and there you go. I've now got a tier 3 knife as well. And the way that you do this, you can only do this with the iconic weapons, I believe. The regular weapons in the game, I don't think you can upgrade them. I haven't really tested it, but this is going to allow you to keep upgrading the iconics as you play through the game. You will probably be able to upgrade some of the other stuff, but this is how you get the iconic weapons and you keep hold of them. But let's talk about how to get yourself crafting components in the main world, because there's also going to be other ways that you can get hold of them. So to give you a small example of what you can do to get yourself crafting components in the actual world itself, you can see here I've just killed someone. I got myself a nice juicy mod after doing a regular activity. There is also things that you can get in here that you could potentially get crafting components in this. But if you go over to people, you will see that they have great items on them. They'll sometimes even have weapons, but more components on them as well. And as you can see, I've got a bunch of tier 3 weapons. This guy was already dead, so I can't really do much about that there. But if I go over to this person over here, I don't think I actually looted anything of them. But what you can do is once you've done these around the world, you can go into the weapons that you have. And you can see I've got a lot of weapons. And say you need tier 3 mods. You can see I have a tier 3 shotgun. I can disassemble it, and on the bottom it says I get a tier 3 component. Likewise, dismantle a green item gives me a tier 2 component. And because you do this, you're picking up all the different weapons in the game, you don't have to worry about your weight, because if you dismantle them, and you dismantle all the ones that you get, besides the iconic ones, I would keep hold of some of the iconics because they are very, very good. You can just dismantle them and get yourself a bunch of crafting components. The same applies to the weapons as well. I just get rid of them because I want to keep hold of the iconics that I have in the game currently. So then you can level them up, because that's the only way that you're going to be able to level them up is with these crafting components. But there you have it, guys. That is how the cyberware, the crafting components systems work within the game. And this is going to be how you upgrade them throughout the game, because it is going to be important to your playthrough. I do believe you can find unique or iconic or legendary cyberware out in the world in certain areas. That will go into your inventory, and then you'll need to go to the Ripper dock to actually put it on yourself whenever you're playing. And then on top of that, you can find tier 4 and maybe, I don't know, tier 5 components just as random drops around the world as you're driving around. You'll see the little like square, like dice looking symbol, and if you go over to it, then you can go and pick it up. If it's purple, you know it's a tier 4. If it's gold or yellow, you will know that it is a tier 5. So that hopefully helps you out, guys. If this video has been informative, please leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and leave a comment if this video helped you down in the comment section. It always helps out the algorithm. And as always, this has been It's Jimbo, and I'll see you guys next time.